Well, since we do have a D1 college quarterback here, shall we go over our top 10 college football quarterbacks of all time?
Oh, yes.
Oh, man.
I'll start the list this time. At 10, I have Jameis Winston, Florida State.
Yes.
9, Michael Vick. He was literally tearing people's ACLs, cutting across the field, which was disgusting. 8, I have Vince Young. Vince Young should have won a Heisman if Reggie Bush was not playing that year.
Dude,
technically, Vince Young won the Heisman since Reggie Bush.
Man. Shots fired.
Yeah. I'm a big USC fan, so fight on. 7, Deshaun Watson. 6, Baker Mayfield. 5, Johnny Manziel. 4, Cam Newton. 3, Tim Tebow. 2, Lamar Jackson. And 1, Marcus Mariota.
Wow.
Really, Joe?
I don't know about the time. That last 4, I don't know.
Man, so
those for me are
Marcus was nasty though. Like he was nasty, but no, number one.
First of all, that list is all fire. I would just like shake it up.
Like it just switched like
because Michael Vick, I mean, took Virginia Tech and beat up on Florida State. He was, and then I was there for the 2005 national championship at the Rose Bowl, and I saw Vince Young basically ripped my spine out of my asshole. Fatality! I
remember crying all night. Holding my UFC helmet like this.
Oh, dude, this guy was crying. Dude, that was the best football game I've ever been to.
Yes,
and it was freaking amazing. So yeah, that's a great list. That is a great list. But Deshaun Watson, man,
he was amazing in college.
Deshaun Watson, yes.
Dude, I couldn't.
No.
Vince Young,
Taj Boyd, go. Taj Boyd, go. Clemson, go. Taj Boyd. Let's get that straight.
Taj Boyd was the truth,
bro. He was the first Clemson quarterback to be like actually good as fuck. I remember being like, Taj Boyd was him.
Not Deshaun Watson.
Okay, but Taj Boyd was like the original Deshaun Watson for me.
He walked so that Watson could run.
That's exactly it.
There you go.
That's exactly it. That man did an interview with 2 women in the background on ESPN. What a dog, Taj Boyd.
He was like, they're like, anyone else?
2 women, too. Yes.
He's like, yeah, I got my 2 study buddies.
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
They walked in.
That was crazy. You know what? That's when Clemson just shot. Like everyone's like, yes,
bro,
yes,
I was the first one on that
intent,
shit,
please.
I was the first one on that.
But it's like,
what snowing in Clemson?
What does he need to study at Clemson? Like, come on, what classes are they taking at Clemson?
Hopefully, safe sex.
You're studying biology.
Oh, that's good.
No, that's a good one. That is a good one.
I don't have a top 10, but Cam Newton for me is number 1. Like Cam Newton was like you could not stop him. It was impossible. And then went undefeated. Like nasty.
Right. So you guys, I'm gonna go a little bit deeper, and I'm trying to think of because everything's legit, but
no black and white players. Like from
no. Peyton Manning at Tennessee was incredible. What about Nebraska? The best Tommy Frazier, man. On 3rd and 5, they're yelling, "We're running option," and you couldn't stop it. I love Nebraska and Tommy Frazier. Loved him. I'm trying to think of
Matt Leinart? No, not good enough.
I mean, Matty has some huge moments, man.
Yeah,
he's in your living
crazy
room,
moments.
I mean, Matty, he's
on a picture, not against the
yeah. Matty Leinart, don't get it twisted, man. The dude,
he was elite.
He was 37-2. I saw it.
That's insane.
Lost to Vince Young and Aaron Rodgers. So
I mean, come on.
Oh man, and he threw the ball. Remember number 8, Jarrett. I mean, he
was amazing.
He got the ball downfield. He had amazing receivers.
The throw against Notre Dame.
Yes.
To get them to the 1-yard line.
I mean, Matty, he has my respect. He has my respect.
NFL wasn't that great, but college he was amazing.
Well, I mean, that happened a lot. That happens a lot.
Yeah, I agree. Caleb Williams isn't.
No.
Reach top 10?
No, stop it. Get out of here.
The stats. Look at the stats.
No, stop it. Stop it.
Top 20.
He ain't playing against anybody.
Dude, he
haters,
was
man.
just good.
Y'all haters. That's crazy. That's wild to me.
Caleb, listen, he beat out Spencer Rattler, who was projected to be the #1 pick in the draft, and just took his fucking job at Oklahoma. That's how good he was at Oklahoma, and his first year at SC. Crazy. You can give me the side all you want, CJ. He won the high. He was incredible.
Yes.
Incredible is the only word you could say. Now, annoying and
If he had a defense,
cringy?
imagine what that team would have been.
Right. So we can say that. But Spencer Rattler is taking Spencer Rattler's job as his claim to fame.
Well, no. Well, it was his claim to fame at first.
I think his Heisman Trophy is clear as his Spencer
I
Rattler
think it's
job
a,
take.
I think it's a side note for sure. And if you've seen the interview, like, why would you go to Oklahoma? You know, he's like, I'm better than this guy, and literally beat. Spencer was he was the Heisman favorite.
Well, that's just. I think that speaks more to the risk of committing as a quarterback to Lincoln Riley, because Lincoln Riley is going to recruit back-to-back 5-stars. He's done it already. That's why Malachi Nelson's at Boise State now, and he's not at USC anymore, because he's going to recruit back-to-back 5-stars. If you're a quarterback committing to Lincoln Riley's team, you better be the best, because he's recruiting a 5-star after you and a 5-star after that. So, I think.
So, I mean,
But Spencer Rattler.
let's talk about the starting quarterback position at USC.
Miller Moss.
Miller Moss, baby, my alma mater.
Bishop Alamany.
We didn't call it Bishop Alamany back then. We just said Alamany Indians. I don't know when they went Bishop. Like
Really?
there was Bishop. Yeah,
I've
no,
never known it to not be Bishop Alamany.
yeah, no, it wasn't. It was Alamany, and then like everyone's like Bishop Amont's good and Bishop Gorman's good, and so they decided
Bishop.
let's just throw Bishop in there. I mean,
then
but Miller Moss right now the starting quarterback, which is what's your thoughts on that, man? It's a kind of a cool story.
yeah, no. I think USC has a really tough schedule this year.
Ooh,
I don't know if you've seen their first 4 games, but
they always have a tough schedule though.
Oh no! this is
opening
different.
against LSU
Yes,
and their first Big Ten taste is Michigan
in your face.
God.
at the
Yeah.
Big House. So
Yeah.
That's 2 L's right there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
that's a tough start for any quarterback. I don't care who you are. You know.
Yeah. No. Listen,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. The LSU thing is and Michigan. But I saw an interview with Lincoln, and he's all in. He thinks why he didn't fire the defensive coordinator after that first year. That was his biggest mistake.
Loyalty's a curse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be interesting, man. You know how I feel about Pac-12.
Well, Miller Moss, he had that bowl game. We're not gonna act like he didn't have that 5 touchdown, 200, 306.
Yeah.
Like he in high school, he was that guy, and
And then Caleb tried to take credit for it.
And then he
Like, I
kind
knew he could do this. That's why I didn't want to play. Like, come on,
and then he
man.
fell under Lincoln Riley's curse of being under great quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So I think this is his time to shine, but that schedule is not nice to USC.
It is not nice. That is true. Bro, I think you could step in. Let's go. Let's get the paperwork started, man. It's not too late.
Yeah,
Right?
Lincoln. I mean, USC growing up was my dream school. I always wanted to go to USC.
Me as well.
Just didn't work out that way. But
Yeah.
Same for this guy.
No. It's true. My middle name is James. I was named after Orenthal
Oh my
James Simpson. My dad wanted to name me Orenthal,
wow.
and my mom said, I'll give you James. You're not getting Orenthal. So my dad, huge SC fan. I was a fullback in high school. My starting tailback went to SC, took me on recruiting trips. I mean, I loved SC.
Good thing they didn't settle on OJ.
Right? You know, the funny thing was, there's an NFL player who was named OJ Santiago, tight end, played for.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm like, hey, should be me, but
Wow.
7 inches taller and way faster. But speaking about SC and quarterback situations, when has Lincoln not had a guy? I mean, Miller Moss isn't the most fleet of foot quarterback,
Yeah, for him, he's had a great array of quarterbacks, and then
right?
going from Caleb to Miller is going to be interesting for him because
It-
all his quarterbacks have been mobile. Miller's not
Great
your-
athletes.
Yeah, Miller's not your most mobile guy.
Yeah.
He's more of a pocket guy. So I think it's going to be interesting how he has to mold the offense now towards that style
Yeah.
instead of having the triple option effect with Caleb and like all the guys that can run.
I mean, even Baker had wheels.
Yeah.
Tyler.
You know, well, Kyler
He's had nothing but nice.
joystick
Yeah.
fucking type shit.
And Stetson or Spencer. Spencer was very
Yeah.
cool as well.
Very, very athletic. So yeah, that's interesting stuff, man. Trying to pick this guy's
John,
brain.
do you still want to say your top 10?
Yeah, shoot.
Give me your top 10. We don't have to do nothing, man. Just don't throw like
I got somebody.
Gino Toretta in there. I will fucking flip this table.
No. In no particular order. I got Tim Tebow in there.
I feel like you have to put it in order. I feel like you have to.
All right. Okay.
Just try to put it in your head in order.
At 1, I'll go Tim Tebow.
That's
At
fair.
2,
Legit.
I got Vince Young.
Legit.
And then 3, I put Matt Leinart.
Wow.
37 and 2.
37
At 4,
and
I got Joe Burrow. At 5, I put Roger Staubach.
Wow.
Number 6, I put Marcus Mariota. Then I went Cam Newton, Lamar Jackson, Johnny Manziel, and then Deshaun Watson.
I
I
like
forgot about
this.
Joe Burrow. He had like one of the greatest seasons ever.
Seasons. Season or season.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
an iffy pick for me because it's
But
like,
that season was ridiculous.
One of the best
yeah, like,
ever.
that's why it's hard.
But he also did have.
Agreed.
He also did have like just Jefferson
And Jamar Chase.
yeah. So I mean, it's kind
Is that the best season of all time as a quarterback?
Yeah, I don't think
they
there's any
dominated.
debate.
They dominated.
Because you gotta think of the players he ran through. He ran through Trevor Lawrence, who was the first overall pick that next year.
Yep.
They played Texas. They went through Justin Fields and Ohio State, Bama, Georgia. Like,
yeah, never.
They
I
ran
think
through
that
so.
year, dog.
In Oklahoma, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jason White, who won the Heisman, he had 55 touchdowns and 3 picks. That's pretty effing impressive. Never did shit, but I mean, I don't think Burrow had those kind of numbers.
Yeah, what did he have that year?
I think he threw for 4K.
I thought almost. I thought it was like close to like 5. I thought it was close.
But
to
with Burrow though, he beat Bama. Like he had big game after big game. Like it wasn't a numbers thing. It was this dude has ice in his veins. He has balls the size of fucking.
For me, it was both. He had the numbers and he had big games. Like he had his numbers were fucking ridiculous that year.
Yeah.
So we got 2 more top 10 lists. I'll start with mine. Number 10, I got Andrew Luck. Then I got
Great
God damn,
pull.
forgetting all these quarterbacks. Great pull.
It was
John
really-
Elway was a
lot
dog,
of
too.
people you can put. 9, I got Johnny Manziel. 8, I got Baker. 7, I got Joe Burrow. 6, I got Marcus Mariota. 5, Cam Newton. 4, Vince Young. 3, Matt Leinart. 2, Tommy Frazier. And number 1, Tim Tebow.
That was a good list.
Now, what about all great. Now, what about I said Tommy Frazier, but what about the old school quarterbacks? Shout out to you for Staubach. But I mean, there's other old school freaking quarterbacks that were
I
incredible.
didn't watch any of them.
Joe Montana was clutch. God, Stabler at Alabama, Joe Namath at Alabama. Dan Marino, John Elway at Stanford was ridiculous. Ridiculous.
That's why we need your top 10.
Yeah.
You said 1.
No, I'm good. I don't need to do it. I love that you put Staubach because Staubach was unbelievable. But number 1,
You
I'm
really said, nah, I'm good.
yeah. Tim Tebow, I think, has to be number 1.
I don't. For me, it's Cam Newton was ridiculous.
Tim
in
Tebow won
college.
2 though.
Tim Tebow is maybe the
Tim
greatest
Tebow.
leader. think about where Florida was, and if you haven't seen that, it was a letdown. Really,
Yeah, they let a lot of.
yeah.
information out.
It was PG. Let's just
Very
call it
PG.
that.
It was a tribute to Urban Meyer. That's what I felt.
Yeah,
like it was.
I agree.
Yeah, Urban has quite a bit of an ego, but Tim Tebow to keep those group of guys in line.
Oh my
And
God.
to do, I mean, remember the midnight workouts and like the crazy, I mean, the blood, dude has a statue with a speech. Pretty good. I couldn't go away from Tim Tim Tebow. But Vic, I also loved that. So, anyone else, man?
CJ got
All
one.
right. Number 10, I put Stetson Bennett.
Wow.
I put Stetson
Fucking
Bennett.
God. What the fuck?
Stetson Bennett.
Wow.
Walk on to national champion. I'm sorry. That is one of the greatest college football quarterback stories of all time.
He's like
Walk
28
on.
years old.
Walk on.
I think he walked on with a Roth IRA.
Yeah.
Before already.
He
Walked
walked on
on,
and then ran off from the cops when he almost got
and
arrested.
Won a national championship. That is one of the greatest college
Dude, that was like the most fucking
Quarterback
talented team in
stories.
the
He was
like
a walk
ever.
on. He was a walk on. He was never supposed to be there. Stetson Bennett was
It
never
didn't-
supposed
dude.
to be in that situation. In his
Eddie
life.
Money could have took that team to the fucking championship.
Relax, buddy. Relax. Relax. SEC defenses. Let's relax.
Yeah, they had the best.
Oh my! Because
They
you're
had the
6'4",
best.
Because
I'm
you're
6'4",
6'4",
220.
Oh my gosh! One SEC defensive
Medium
lineman
chocolate.
taps you. It's a wrap.
I'm
It's
tapping him
over. It's
Think
wrap for you.
about
R.I.P. Eddie.
think
So,
about the
let's-
talent he had around him.
He was a walk-on, my guy. Did you see him? He looked like a grocery store handler.
He
Like
still
Oscar
does.
Warner.
right, and he won a national championship. Most-
Because of everyone around him. It's a
Oh,
very
my-
now
Don't
I
act
know
like Stetson
now
Bennett.
I know why
Don't
you
act
like Brock
Stetson
Purdy.
Bennett was not that guy when he was at the quarterback position. Come on now. Don't act like he didn't. When we thought he was supposed to be nothing, he made plays.
He
It's
did
the Brock
make plays.
Purdy. He made
He
so
did make
many
plays, but that was maybe the most talented team other than 91 Miami.
okay. So it's the Brock Purdy argument.
Yeah,
Oh,
1000%.
Okay, I'll take that.
100%.
Hold on.
I agree.
See, I don't think you could do that to CJ's claim with Stetson Bennett, because if you do the exact same thing, you're saying, look at the talent around him. Then do the same thing with Joe Burrow. Look at the talent around him.
Yeah.
He was still a guy at the quarterback position. You still had to be a quarterback and make those throws
LSU's
and make
defense
those plays.
sucked. They had to score 55 points
Okay,
in that
and-
year.
Okay, but can you name me any notable Georgia offensive players from those two championships?
Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers,
And who else?
the McConkey, the freaking running back that starts
Okay, I'm just saying.
for the Raiders, the starting running back for the Raiders. Then they had like
You guys
5
gave us
running backs.
stats.
Stetson
That's
Bennett
your
was a
fault.
grocery store walk-on Walmart worker that walked onto the bet to a
Both
SEC
tackles win the first round.
to an SEC football team when nobody thought that he was going to take the position and Georgia was going to go to the national championship, not one but twice. Nobody thought Stetson Bennett was doing that, and his goofy ass walked on the field. And
They
torched-
were preseason favorites.
Not with Stetson. Was Stetson Bennett after his first season? Not his first season.
Not
No,
his first season, but
exactly, because nobody thought the Walmart worker was going to walk off and beat Bama, beat LSU, and beat the rest of the SEC. But what did he do? His goofy ass walked on the field and
half of
just
the
fucked on
team
everybody.
plays for the Philadelphia Eagles now.
okay. And Stetson Bennett was a Walmart worker. Stetson Bennett was a Walmart worker. You're the same argument you're using for Stetson Bennett. You can use for Joe Burrow. We consider Joe Burrow one of the greatest college football quarterbacks of all time.
No.
The
Joe
difference
Burrow
is
has great receivers.
the difference.
He didn't have 2 first-round right tackle, left tackle. Didn't have a first-round tight end. I mean,
You're going to say that Joe Burrow didn't have one of the best offensive lines that year at LSU? He had an amazing offensive line that year. That's why he was able to throw 50 touchdowns, 5,000. You don't do that with a bad
Man.
offensive line.
what offensive lineman? The first
It doesn't matter.
offensive
He
lineman
didn't
went in
have
the
a
5th
bad-
round.
You can't have a bad offensive line and throw for 50 touchdowns and over 4,000 yards. That doesn't happen. It's not a coincidence. That does not happen.
I want to hear the rest of the list. Let's just hear the rest of the
Yeah,
list.
Yeah, we
I
need to
just
get
think,
past 10.
I think top 10 of
All right,
all ever is
John
crazy.
has-
It's crazy.
I think John has the roster, or do you have the offensive line?
LSU set the record that year after Joe Burrow for the most NFL guys drafted from LSU on both sides of the ball. I'm just saying. So they had guys.
From LSU.
No, but I'm saying
Okay, he
though,
went to
had-
Georgia.
He had talent.
He just
stacked
walked across the
around him.
borderline
You gotta
and went to
give him
another
the same
SEC school.
respect. You gotta
That
give
defense-
Stetson Bennett the same respect.
Yeah, you got to give the same respect. Absolutely. Even maybe more respect because
Don't make
Joe
me
Burrow
feel
went to
crazy that
Ohio
you
State.
just took Stetson Bennett at number 10 as the all-time. I'm not
Yes.
the crazy one.
Yes, no, you're crazy for not giving Stetson Bennett the respect that he deserves.
Yeah,
as
respect.
a
I'm just
mention.
not putting him at
Honorable
10.
mention.
Okay, no, yeah, I'm gonna put him at 10 because it's CJ's top 10 college football list. That's why I'm saying Stetson Bennett to me is top 10 because he has one of the greatest college football stories of all time. That's my number
If
10.
you don't have Jameson Wong in this fucking list, then I'm fucking walking off.
9, Jameson Winston. 8, Johnny Manziel. 7, Lamar Jackson. 6, Deshaun Watson. 5, Baker Mayfield. 4, Vince Young. 3, Trevor Lawrence. 2, Joe Burrow, and 1, Tim Tebow.
Why does
Trevor
everyone
Lawrence.
keep on saying Baker Mayfield? Why is he top 10?
If anything, that's your walk-on story.
What, Baker Mayfield?
Baker Mayfield, yes.
He's a walk-on.
Yes.
He's a great walk-on story, but I don't think his story is better than Stetson Bennett. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships.
Baker won the Heisman.
Yeah, Baker won the
Stetson
Heisman.
And
Bennett
didn't he
was-
go first overall in the
Yes.
fucking draft to the fucking Browns?
Okay,
I
so
think that's
this is
better.
this is a value argument then, because as a player, I value championship more than personal attribute. I value ring more than MVP.
But if you're talking individual accolade, you got to. You can't talk.
Oh no, I want
championship.
I want to be able to tell I won 2 national championships as a
Yeah.
walk-on, then rather than being Ohio State guy that was supposed to be good already, that went to another SEC school and did well.
There's been many quarterbacks that have won national championships and have done nothing and haven't been very good in college. Many.
What's your point?
The point is, you said you value. I'm saying, give the value. Of course, I want a championship too, but we're talking about personal talent. We're talking about top 10. It's
Well,
not a
that's-
team thing.
That's your
This
list.
is not
My
a
list.
This is not
on
a team thing.
On my personal CJ's list, my number 10 was a guy who had an amazing story and had accomplishments. The guy was a walk-on and has 2 national championships. Like, I'm gonna put him at number 10 because his story is amazing and he has accomplished. I'm not like saying, oh, he's a walk-on and they did well. No, the guy won 2, not 1 but 2, in the hardest conference in college football.
The guy,
Pac-12?
the guy who says in our
Sorry.
intro,
Sorry,
the SEC is straight trash.
straight trash. Fuck him.
That's your take?
SEC? Oh, I hate him.
Oh,
Of course.
come
Yeah.
on.
Straight trash.
Straight trash. Huh?
Well, I think those are all debatable. Very new school list. Very, very new school.
Hey, John had Roger Staubach.
Oh,
in
dude,
there.
that was great. Great freaking pull. Great freaking pull.